What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the NFL Season Kickoff. I'm your host, Hussein the Brain, and you're listening to Couchcast, the official podcast of Fantasy Couch. And we had two guests lined up. One guest didn't make it, and another guest almost didn't make it. Somebody in our league, Mario. What's up, man?
What's going on, Coach? Here, little struggles going on, but hey, we're here and we're gonna get through it.
Yeah. This guy, I told him he can't come on anymore, and then he's like, "Send me to try one last time," and then we got it to work. So right now, what's going on? We're doing a live stream on our second YouTube channel. So if you want to watch the video, you can watch us live, or you can watch the replay. It's go to YouTube, search Fantasy Couch Podcast. That's our second channel, the orange couch icon. So you can watch or listen there. And of course, we're on iTunes, Google, Stitcher, everything, podcast wise. We're live with the Couch Crew. I lost video feed. Oh, you're right back. Okay, Julio caught it. Okay, we see Fresh Baller says Julio caught it. It's a hard knock life.
Yeah,
Waiting
man.
on Brain. So you watched the game?
Oh, of course. What do we start the season, man? That game was phenomenal.
That game was boring though, bro. But I like the end though. The end got me like. The ending was crazy.
Nah, I'm a stick. I like defense. I like sacks and fumbles and ints. So I don't need 45, 42 to keep me engaged.
But other than Julio, I mean, we didn't see one receiver that whole game. It's a bit gross. Aguilar caught like 11 balls for 4 yards.
Yeah, Aguilar. Yeah, I was gonna say Aguilar did all right. I think he had like a 10-yard rush on like a little handoff. Um, they used him pretty well tonight as well. I thought so. That's anybody who has Nelson Aguilar on their team should feel pretty excited at least till Alshon Jeffrey gets back.
Yeah, as Robbie says, the first half was boring. The second half was much better. Yeah, I agree. But Julio looks good. Matt Ryan doesn't look good. I don't know. I felt bad for telling all these people to get Matt Ryan late, and I have Matt Ryan in one league, and I thought that I wanted to start him, and I thought I accidentally benched him for Mahomes, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. Then I looked and I actually started the right guy, and I was pissed. I was like, damn it, I started Matt Ryan. This was the first, like, this was still like the second quarter, so still I was like, dang, I just want to see what Mahomes would do. More upside though.
Yeah, Mahomes has huge upside. I think people forget how good Philly's defense was as well, man. And then they got Bennett to add to that pass rush. That defense looks like they're picking up right where they left off last year.
Yeah, Eagles probably the best O line and probably the best D line in the league, and that's pretty nasty combination to have on both sides of the ball. Offense took a step back, kind of like I thought, with your number one wide receiver gone and your number one quarterback gone. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, Fresh Baller, I agree with him. I don't want to see 30 penalties in an NFL game. Let them play. And I had the Falcons D in a couple leagues. I got a dynasty league. I got a deep league, like a 20-team league.
Right.
And I started the Falcons D because I picked up the Bears D. And man, I don't know. It was pretty sad to see all three guys go down, but I think two of them made it back. Keanu Neal, Deion Jones, whatever his name is, the linebacker, Trufant. At least two of them made it back, but man, it's gonna be cracking. Who do the Dolphins play? The Titans, huh?
One Titans in Miami. One not.
Okay, so for those of you listening to this and not watching, Mario is wearing a Dolphins hat, and you're already done in the Fantasy Couch League.
Throwback. Huh? I'm not down with that.
Throwback Dolphins logo. So you're done in the Couch League? Is over?
Throwback.
What about the Couch League?
No, not at all.
Didn't you draft McKinnon?
I did draft McKinnon, and I got poached, man. The news came out that he tore his ACL. He was out the rest of the season while I was over that rib fest in Reno. And by the time I got the news, you know, them couch veterans out there had picked up
You
Morris
know
and what is
that
it,
guy's a
Breida?
personal friend of
They
Colin
picked.
Kaepernick's.
Is it
Yeah,
really?
he gave me a Colin
Yeah.
Kaepernick hat a hat he wore that day.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right. You
you
got
were
it at
there.
the.
You saw that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was hit. Oh, you didn't know who that was? Whose
Yeah, I
box
was
that was
there. Yeah,
though?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
Mike had the box. That's Mike's
Nah,
fraternity brother.
no,
He's
no.
very good friends with Kaepernick. He helped him move out of the Bay Area.
Get out of
Yeah.
here.
So we have one dude in the league who
That's
looks like
crazy.
Kaepernick. That guy gained a little bit of weight. But he looked. We did a photo shoot where
Yeah.
he dressed up like Kaepernick, and Mike dressed up like Russell Wilson, and they look a lot like him. So when people scroll fast or see a thumbnail, like it looks just like Kaepernick and Russell Wilson. But that dude's
Gotta scroll back.
like, oh, he got me. Like they were like, he got me. So that dude's
Yeah.
actual friends with Kaepernick, and that's crazy how he gave me that hat,
That's what's
and
up.
then whoa, 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 and then the Nike thing came out like right after that, you know. So
Yeah, no, that's
damn,
bananas.
I'm trying to fix my camera. This is looking bad. Hold on. Okay, so Robbie's saying the Dolphins finna be slaughtered week 1. What do you got to say to Robbie?
um, so national media is downplaying the Dolphins heavy,
They're
right?
not. They suck.
People are really down on Ryan
He sucks.
Tannehill, but they're forgetting Ryan Tannehill went 7-1 his last 8 starts. Right, he 13 touchdowns, 5 interceptions during that span, and he had a 69% completion percentage. Right, he's playing in a division that's going to eventually start 2 rookie quarterbacks. Right, and Miami plays, I think, all their home games at 1 p.m. So, for those of you that aren't from South Florida, when it's 95 and 90% humidity, and you're coming down there from Buffalo or New York or Tennessee or Oakland, teams wear down, man. They wear down quick, fast, and in a hurry in that heat. So I think that's going to play a big part. Um, People forget Kenyon Drake, man. Kenyon Drake led the league in rushing last 5 games of the
He's
year.
a good back.
And it's Mike Gesicki because didn't show anything of Mike Gesicki during the preseason.
Okay, wait.
I really
Hold
don't
on.
like
I
him
gotta
have
take
double
control of the
effect.
podcast. Relax. You're gonna go on for 20 minutes. I'm asking the questions here, right? What was the question? Not to get you're gonna get slaughtered week 1. All right. You gotta let me talk too. All right. Now,
Oh
hold on.
no, I got you.
I gotta talk. Remember, I'm the host here. So defense is bad, right?
Defense shaky. Linebackers are shaky. Tackles are shaky. Edge rushers are good. Secondary,
It's bad.
they have a lot of faith in Xavier Howard, and not a whole lot in anybody else.
That's a good point, though.
Xavier Howard and then safety Rashad
That's a good
Jones.
point in the division. They whooped the Patriots, so I mean I don't think they'll do that again, but they showed that they can. And then the other 2 foes are pretty weak.
Mm-hmm.
Two of the worst teams in the league. So that's a good point there. Let's move on to the offense. So we know Kenyon Drake's good. We know Frank Gore for a 35-and-a-half-year-old, however he is. He's not bad. And then you got Balaj, who's good. So I think we know the running backs. I always talk about them. But let's talk. I think the craziest position here is wide receiver. So, and let me know if I miss any names, right? Albert Wilson, Danny Amendola, Devontae Parker, and Kenny Stills. And then there's a kick returner screen guy. What's his name? I forgot. The 5th.
Jakeem Grant. Jakeem Grant.
Okay. So out of those 5, what are your thoughts? Anything for fantasy, real life, anything. What are your thoughts with those 5?
All right. So out of those 5, Devontae Parker, he's bottom of the barrel now. had it that he almost went to Philly before he broke his
Sorry,
finger.
sorry, it
Those are
just broke
super
out just a
high.
little. So I want to say Devontae Parker is
Stay away
it's
from him.
kind of over. Like, with okay.
Yeah, they were ready to get rid of him until he broke his finger, and then they couldn't shop him.
Oh,
But he still might get shopped once he's healthy. Uh, the beat writers down in Miami were saying that he almost went to Philly because of John Jeff's injury, and then once he broke his finger, he backed out. Um, Dolphins are really, really high on Albert Wilson. He's about a 5'9", 4'4", 40 type of wide receiver, something that Kansas City has produced a lot of, which they signed him from in the offseason. Um, they really feel that he can take a lot of the plays that Jarvis Landry had last year and make them more explosive. The guy to watch, though, out of that receiving core, I think, is Danny
I agree
Amendola.
too. My favorite out the bunch.
He's he stays healthy. He's gonna get a ton of catches out the slot. Tannehill relies on the slot a lot. He has his entire career, um, and so he'll just get a ton of passes out of that slot position. And because he's getting all those catches, he'll be in the, we'll say, 6 to 8 range in touchdowns, presuming he stays healthy.
Okay, so in fantasy, you like Danny Amendola, and then you're saying Albert Wilson maybe in deeper leagues. We are those two. Would those two be
Yeah,
fantasy worth a shot?
yes, they would. They're your late round flyer guys. I'm in a little higher, probably in the 10th round, depending on how deep your league is, what type of league, especially your PPR league. Albert Wilson is more of a defensive type of guy,
Okay, so it
and I
broke out a
put
little bit.
Kansas at the
It
bottom of
broke
that.
out it break out a little bit right there. It was breaking up. So Danny Amendola is more proven, obviously. Albert Wilson, we've only seen like split second flashes with him when he was on the Chiefs. We haven't really seen much of him. So yeah, I like Danny Amendola a lot. I think when him and Ryan Tannehill they'll form a little bit of chemistry, and I think they'll get it going. But I don't really have much faith in Tannehill, man. Like you're gonna honestly, if you're a realistic fan, are you gonna really tell me Ryan Tannehill's a top 20 quarterback right now in the league?
I think under Adam Gase, Ryan Tannehill is a top 20
Top
quarterback.
15? Top
Now,
15?
15 is cutting it close. I would say he's in that 14, 17, 18 range. Um, I really think he's a 25 to 28 touchdown, 12 to 15 interception type of guy in this offense with Adam Gase. Now, the big thing, and I'm sure we'll touch on it here in a little bit, is some of the other weapons that they've been able to add um, to this offense this year that they didn't have last year or in years past.
My favorite player is, do you know? I think
Gesicki.
it's what is that what is that on the multiple choice when you know the wrong answers? What is it process of elimination, huh? If you didn't know,
Yep,
did you
there
know
you go.
before? That's my favorite. That's my most intriguing Dolphins player. Is Gasecki?
I I did not know
Yeah,
that, but I mean, process of elimination will lead you
yeah.
to
That's
that
it. We're
guy
down to
on
him.
this
So yeah,
squad.
Mike Gasecki. I got him as a tight end. I absolutely love. I target him in just about every league. I get him at the end of the draft. I love doing that. This is my true boomer bust. Like you got Ricky Seals Jones, but I see Mike Gesicki being way more boomer bust. There's no more of a boomer bust tight end right now in fantasy. That's how I look at Mike Gesicki, and I'm trying to win. Like I'm not afraid of the bust.
Right.
I'm looking for the boom, and you can get him as a tight end too. Tight end three sometimes because I have to draft like Eifert. I sometimes draft three tight ends. So with that being said, I think he's worth the shot. But what are your thoughts with Gasecki?
So I just looked it up on ESPN. Gasecki's only owned in 12% of the leagues. It's like
Wow.
11.8 or something like that. This dude has huge upsides. Uh, his PPR isn't going to be that high. He's not going to lead the league in touchdowns, but he's going to. I'm sorry, he's not going to lead the league in receptions. he's going to catch a ton of touchdowns, right? So 3 weeks ago, the Dolphins were running red zone drills. Gesicki went 10 for 10 on the red zone drills on all the Miami
Going against
DBs,
all the
right? Rashad
DBs,
Jones is
damn. Yeah.
all the DBs. Rashad Jones is a borderline all pro, right? He caught 5 of them on Rashad Jones. Minka Fitzpatrick gave him the work, right? McDonald gave him the work. Xavier Howard, he got some of that work too. It didn't matter, right? The Dolphins went above and beyond to not show anything that they plan on doing with this kid. And if you know anything about Adam Gase, he's the guy who ran the offense that introduced you to Julius Thomas, right? Nobody knew who Julius Thomas was, but this athletic kid, from a small school, lit it up with Peyton Manning. I'm not comparing Ryan Tannehill to Peyton Manning, but it's not hard to throw to a guy that's 6'6", with a 40-inch vertical and runs a 4.5.
Yeah, and look, you got Amendola, you got that other midget, Wilson, you got Devontae Parker, who you said is a big garbage can. And then, so someone's got to catch touchdowns here.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. No, I totally agree, and I love them. And yeah, I like that insight. Like you said, they're trying to hide it, and why not? Like, why? Yeah, seriously, why not? He's gonna run the best red zone plays, like the crazy, those crazy plays he ran on the Broncos.
Yep.
Like, he wouldn't want to do that with his new toy, new Gesicki. That's that's false. Julius Thomas was a beast with Manning and terrible in Miami.
He was, but that's older injury Julius Thomas.
Yeah, I mean Julius Thomas. Honestly, though, he did. And I'm just trying to be factual. He did suck with Peyton Manning too the next year. You know what I mean? So it's not like he did. Julius Thomas only had one good year his whole career, and that was it.
I think he had 2, and then he also gave Michael. Is it Michael Bennett? What's the Bennett tight end that was in Chicago? He had his best year. Martellus Bennett. He had his best year.
Yeah,
in the
balled
NFL
that year. That
Adam
was the
Gase.
year with Adam Gase. He balled out that year. He was incredible.
Yep.
Top 5 tight end.
That's how Adam Gase got the Dolphins job, really.
No, I mean, you have to be fair. Like, yeah, Julius Thomas did suck on the Dolphins, but he's injury prone. The man's like, it just didn't.
Yeah.
He just kept battling injuries. So, got to give him a fair shake.
They haven't had the tight end that they've quote unquote wanted since Charles Clay left town, 4 or 5 years ago. Cam Cameron came in, he kind of sucked it up, and then Julius Thomas came in, he kind of sucked it up as well.
Okay, so they're fact checking you. I didn't know if he said no. You said no. Either quoting you. No one knew who Julius Thomas was until he ended up in Miami. Actually, everyone forgot about him when he went to Miami. He just meant nobody knew who.
Well,
nobody knew Julius Thomas was until that year with Peyton Manning is what he meant. If that's what he said,
right?
I don't know if that's what he said or not. You guys are ridiculous, man. You guys know that, right? You guys are crazy. It's obviously what he meant. I don't know if I didn't hear that. I didn't hear you say that, so I don't know. But anyway.
I could have swore I was talking about what.
Yeah, I didn't. That's what I thought. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't hear what this guy said. These. I'm a Denver fan. Okay. Also in Jacksonville as well. Yes, he did suck in Jacksonville.
He blew it. That's where he got paid, though.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Miami got him for a 7th round.
All right,
pick.
guys. None of this matters. What matters is, are you going to pick up Gesicki or not? I like Gesicki. Play it back. Look, dude, I don't care. What do we care what Mario said? All right, Mario, he was wrong. Who cares? What we talking about right now is fantasy football. Are you picking up Gesicki? Are you part of the 88%? Or are you part of the 12%? Join me in the 12%. You drafted him in the Couch League, huh?
I did. He was my last pick, or my second to last pick. And I drafted Gronk in the 2nd round.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. I mean, that's, and Gronk's a little injury prone. So, yeah, exactly. You got that. You got the 2nd tight end. Yeah, might as well. Like, get him. Yeah, I like that. Mike have more potential than David Njoku. I think I think Gesicki has more upside than Njoku
Ooh.
because Njoku is very talented. He's amazing. Better quarterback play is going to make him better. But then if Josh Gordon plays 14, 15, 16 games, you have a lot of weapons there. He's got okay, so who's going to score a touchdown for let's just walk through this week 1 or week 3 scenario. Let's say it's week 3, right? Let's walk through who's scoring a touchdown. Okay, Tyrod Taylor, amazing rushing ability. He's going to score at least 4 rushing touchdowns this year, probably more like 5 or 6, maybe even 7. Then you have Hyde. Then you have Chubb, who's a good goal line back. Duke Johnson catches passes. He might run, do a little Corey Clementine. And then you have Jarvis Landry, who's an excellent receiver, very underrated. Josh Gordon, who's a freak. And you have that rookie. And then you have Njoku, also 2 other tight ends. So it's like they have people that can catch touchdowns. The Dolphins, without Parker, you can't rely on Parker. Without him, they don't have too many options. Like Mario was saying, Amendola's there. He will catch touchdowns, but he's not. He doesn't have that double-digit upside. Like, he doesn't have 10, 11 touchdowns. He's a possession receiver. He's a quick guy.
And he's a health risk.
Yeah,
so in our reality.
That Patriots, what they tried to do was limit his snaps to save him. So, do you think the Dolphins would do that, or maybe consider it?
I don't know if they have that luxury right now with Jakeem Grant being hurt and Devontae Parker being hurt. I don't think they have the luxury of, and that's really the.
We
depth.
forgot one, dude. I forgot one. Kenny Stills.
No, you mentioned him earlier. No, I
didn't. I think I forget. Did I forget it?
No,
we didn't talk about Kenny. Okay, so they want you to talk about Stills.
All right, so Stills, I think, had somewhere around 800 yards last year. He had a drop-off in touchdowns last year, to be expected because he didn't have Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill, for all the flack that he catches through or had an amazing connection with Kenny Stills on the deep ball. Kenny Stills he's going to get you 6 catches for 80 yards on a great day and maybe a touchdown or 2. But for me, he's too risky as far as whether he's going to have a good day or not. Kenny Stills either has a great day or he gives you like 2 catches for, 24 yards and you wonder what the hell happened.
So someone just wrote, he's a really whack Tyreek Hill, Stills is.
I wouldn't go that
was
far.
Me. I wrote that in the chat.
He's not as I don't think he's as
I said he's a really whack Tyreek Hill. He's really whack. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, he's a really whack Tyreek. Tyreek Hill's really good. That guy's really good.
He's a beast,
that guy's really good. So, how many games the Dolphins winning this year?
Unfortunately, they're somewhere between 7 and 9.
7 and 9. That's a lot of wins.
Well, you look at the division, man. The division's weak. I think they take 3 or 4.
Dude, Nate Peterman's underrated, bro.
Nate Peterman, are you serious right now?
Get out I was like, this guy, Nate Peterman, someone didn't know who it was and doesn't watch much football. I was like, Nate Peterman, he's the type of guy that throws dimes to the opposing defense so good. You got a defensive player like, hey man, this man might get 4 receptions and a touchdown. The opposing defense.
I don't know who Buffalo's playing this week, but you might want to pick up that defense.
Ravens, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's my number 1 ranked D for week 1. Ravens D.
As it should be. If he throws 5 more interceptions, he should be out of a job.
Bro, they don't have any. They got rid of their O-line. Incognito retired. The left tackle went to the Bengals. Shady's still great, but he's 30 plus. Zay Jones, he's running around butt naked, drinking alcohol, cutting himself. And then you got Kelvin Benjamin, who I guess he thinks he's good. He's talking trash about Cam. What a weirdo.
Hey, he better be ready to catch a whole bunch of jump balls because outside of handing it to McCoy, they don't have much going on up there. The defense don't look like as stout as it used to be either.
Someone says Oh, I think they're talking. I'm honest. Someone says your 7 and 9 predictions too much, basically, in translating it. Honestly, give me the Jets over the Dolphins. To be honest, so this guy's really
Ooh,
honest. I have Ravens D week
wow.
1. I love Sam Darnold though. I don't think they have any other players on that team. Robbie Anderson. So that's it. Yeah, Robbie Anderson. I don't think they have any other
That's
players
it.
though, man. None. None.
That's what I'm saying. Like people, and you have every right to be high on Sam
That's
Darnold.
the future though. For me,
Um,
is like the future. Like
yeah,
he's a good franchise pick. I like that draft pick.
but how many times do rookies come out just balling? Like, and that's what they're gonna need him to do. He's gonna have to come out and be Andrew Luck 2.0 for that team to, reach 8 wins. And I just don't see it happen. I see the Dolphins taking 3 or 4 from the Bills and the Jets. I see them hopefully sweeping this Tennessee Oakland uh, matchups that they have in the first 3 weeks. You know, and then they got some other winnable
Oh,
games.
this guy's you're tripping. Curse, Anunua, Crowell, and Powell. Exactly my point. Terrell Pryor, that's a good meme. We can meme that. We can meme Terrell Pryor. Love Anunua and Powell. I don't. I think Quincy Anunua's a good receiver, but he's not like let's go. Let's win a playoff game or even let's make a playoff game. I mean, I don't know, guys. I do like Quincy Anunua, but we didn't even see him play at all last year. Terrell Pryor, I feel, is a sleeper. Did you see like clips of this guy recently?
Prior,
I don't know.
dude, I had that dude on my fantasy team last year, and I was ready to check my phone through the wall every time I had to
Yeah,
watch
it
him play.
was, and it's not looking too good in camp. He's not.
I was like, oh
He's
my
looking. He's
god.
looking like he was last year, guys. Somebody asked a fantasy question. Let me see. If Will Fuller is good to go, should I play him or Chargers Mike Williams? If Will Fuller seems 100% or close to it, play Will Fuller. I'd like to see one game out of Mike Williams, even though I'm very high on him. So Lance, if you're still tuned in here.
I'm pretty high on Mike Williams
11
too.
touchdowns. That's my prediction. I have a question for you. Kenyon Drake, how long is he going to be the starter this year, you think? How many games?
He's the guy barring injury.
For 16 games.
Um, he's the guy through and through. So Miami's big issue uh, last year when they traded Ajayi was that Ajayi didn't know the whole playbook and Ajayi couldn't receive out of the backfield as much as they'd like. So they felt that they were predictable when they had him in the game. They feel that Kenyon Drake gives them that extra dynamic, right? He's faster, he has more explosive plays, and he's a hell of a receiver out of the backfield. The only issue is his health, right? He had health issues at Alabama, and then even his rookie year with the Dolphins, he was a little banged
The
up.
Drake?
Um, yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised. The Dolphin season is gonna go as well as Kenyon Drake
So
plays.
those other running backs were just depth, basically.
Yeah.
Got you.
So I mean, Gore might poach a touchdown here or there. Balaj, I'd be really surprised if he sees any meaningful time this year. Like if you had like maybe next year, if Gore were to retire and Balaj goes up to number 2, they really like his talent as well. But I don't see him getting past Gore, and Gore's been pegged to number 2 the entire preseason, and through everything that I've been reading.
Okay, somebody and I like that. So I've been watching more film on Drake, and I'm sold on him. There's still question marks with Gore and Balaj there, and I don't think the Dolphins are that good. I don't think they'll score a ton of touchdowns, but Drake can do everything, and he can do everything. I'd
Hmm.
say very well. Like Lamar Miller, I say he's good at everything. I think Drake's a little better than Lamar Miller. Like he's better. He's better. Like I don't know. He seems he can catch. He can run routes. He seems fast. He
Yeah,
just seems like a good back, and Gase probably trusts him. Someone
they're
someone has
they're
a question.
they're big on this Dolphins team
With
speed
the
too.
first pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select. Oh, I got that was a joke, like in the middle of reading it. With the first pick, as in Yeah, it's
Oh
not going to
man.
be good. No, they probably won't be the worst team, guys. Remember the Bills in their division. Come on. Nathan Peterman is starting.
Yo,
There's a meme.
that's
There's a meme
crazy.
that says, if it's a good one, too. It says if Kaepernick Watson, now it's going to court, the collusion case. If Kaepernick just walks into the NFL post that Nathan Peterman's named the starter for week 1, doesn't he automatically win the case? And I'm like, damn, man, that's a good meme. Like, that's a good point. Like, you really should print that
That's
out. Like, print out the
yo,
NFL.com website. Like, Nathan Peterman
that's
starting.
probably his lawyer probably has that along with a bunch of other bum
Mine was
quarterbacks.
Mike Glennon last year, named starting quarterback for the Bears. I was like, Mike Glennon? And he got, I think,
Look at Fitzpatrick in Tampa.
nah, Fitzpatrick's a fool. He's a magician. He's a magician. He's an
Stop.
illusionist. Bro,
Stop.
there's a
Yeah.
meme with Fitzpatrick. You saw it. The Fitzpatrick cycle. It's true. He plays one
Yeah,
good
it's
game. He does
100%.
enough so he doesn't die. Signs a contract. People get hyped. People pick him up in fantasy. Then boom, he's like the worst
Boom.
quarterback ever. And it's just he's played on
Dude,
like 14 teams.
he will tank your fantasy season faster than anybody you can think of.
I will never understand all the
Yeah.
hype Glennon got when he hit free agency. I don't know if there was that. I don't know what that dude. All I know is that the Bears paid him a ton of money and they named him the starter. And I was like, "What do you guys like, Glennon? Maybe if as a backup, like you sign him for cheap or something. I don't get why you want that
Yeah.
dude as a starter. I was like, this dude's like one of the worst quarterbacks I've seen recent, except for the Browns. They had some really bad quarterbacks. But man, that was stupid.
I read a stat the other day. They said that there's 8 Browns quarterbacks in the NFL right now. 8 Browns
What does
quarterbacks.
that mean?
But going back to your, well, like they all played for the Browns or were drafted by
The
the
current
Browns.
NFL
So like,
quarterbacks.
yeah, that are on rosters
None of
right
them are
now.
on the Browns, by the way.
None of them are on the Browns though.
Yeah, I saw that when I'm watching Hard Knocks, they have 4 quarterbacks. I'm like, dude, none of these guys are on the Browns last year. And so just that Terrell. So I know this is very weird, guys, but just so a Terrell Pryor I had as a boom or bust. I assessed his risk properly, but I also knew he had some upside last year. I don't know if this connection's. I think this guy's totally gone. Maybe his phone died. But anyways, with show must go on. With Terrell Pryor, when he was on the Browns, that was kind of a magical year for the Browns. They went like 1-15. They had weird quarterbacks. They were always behind, so everyone thought Terrell Pryor was really good. And I just didn't know. And Pac-Man Jones shut him out. He said he's trash. He pointed to a trash can. So I didn't know about Terrell Pryor. And now that the Browns do have a quarterback, I do believe in the Browns a lot more. If you guys have questions, hit me up. It's just me right now. We've lost connection to the Dolphins fan. We can move on to other topics besides the Dolphins, guys. We Bears fans regret that signing. Yeah, I bet. That Mike Glennon, that was a lot of money. Where do you think the Bears defense will rank now since they got Mac? Well, all we care about is fantasy, right? And my rankings have them at number 6. So, let me bring that up right now. So I'm going to go to my rankings right now. And I'll just name off the exact rankings for you guys. So defense rankings. Number 1, Jaguars. Number 2, Rams. Number 3, Vikings. Number 4, Chargers. Number 5, Eagles. Number 6, Bears. 7, Texans. And 8, Saints. 9, Ravens. 10, Broncos. And I have Lions at 11 just because Patricia and week 1. And just going to see what they do. Then I had Falcons at 12. I'm being bold and starting Carson in my flex this week. Yeah, I don't know the health status of Rashad Penny. Is he? I don't know if he's gonna. I think he's gonna suit up, but he seems like he's still not healthy. Rashad Penny, Roto World. Seahawks offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer won't force touches to number 2 running back Rashad Penny. We don't necessarily have. Okay, got to get this guy so many carries. So he's good to go. but doesn't seem like he'll get a lot of carries. Yeah, Carson's a decent flex start this week. I'm going to get to your question, Fresh Baller. Your thoughts on the Falcons-Eagles game, the penalties, what is a catch? Talked about that a little bit. Before we get into that, though, I just want to give a quick shout-out to our sponsors, Pro Football Focus. Thank you so much, PFF, for sponsoring this podcast. You guys are making the dream come true. And guys, make sure you join PFF Edge for full access to PFF's player projections, matchup charts, and of course their award-winning fantasy content. Use promo code MVP20 to save 20% on your subscription. If you're into high stakes and NFL lines like I am, you can also get PFF Elite and get Premium Stats 2.0 for exclusive player performance stats across every position. Elite subscribers also get the new PFF Greenline Pick Center and DFS Optimizer. I have Elite myself. I love the PFF grades. I love especially the wide receiver cornerback matchups. I show you what every wide receiver, who they're going up against, which corner. And PFF Fantasy is awesome. I trust their rankings. I trust my rankings, and I trust PFF's rankings. And it's not just some rankings people put out. It's something that you can trust. It's not like ESPN projections or anything like that. So, guys, sign up at profootballfocus.com and use promo code MVP20 to save 20%. Join PFF Fantasy today and prepare to win. So, yeah, the game today was very boring to me. Got really exciting in the second half. The Falcons took the lead and then went down to the wire, down to the very last second. So, it's very exciting. But, yeah, a lot of penalties. Carson Wentz out. Alshon Jeffrey's out. So much going on. And Matt Ryan just not playing that well. Eagles' defense was really good, though. And I think the Falcons' D, kind of what I expected. They were really good. A little bit of injuries. I think they could play better. The game is at Denver. Yeah, okay. The Seahawks game. Should I start Big Ben or Wilson? I would... Big Ben's playing in... I would start... I don't know. That's a tough one, man. I think I would start Big Ben. I would go with Big Ben probably. Robbie, someone is offering me Bell for Kamara. Really tempted because, how long is he really willing to sit out? No, man. Keep Kamara. That's what I would do. I would keep Kamara. Time for some cinnamon toast crunch. Well, guys, before we get off, I got some really exciting news. Like, these books just got done off the press. Look at how this is so crazy when I got this in my hands. I haven't even checked it out. So I got the new books right here. Now I know it's a away game for Big Ben, but I'm a little scared about Russell Wilson too, against the Broncos. I just kind of want to see Russell Wilson's first game without Paul Richardson. Baldwin's injured, against the Broncos. You got Von Miller and a couple other pass rushers there. So, yeah, it's a tough choice. It's really, I don't think there's a right answer. I'd probably go Big Ben. If you drafted, I never draft Big Ben. If you drafted Big Ben, you must have some kind of faith in him. That is dope. Definitely need to cop the book. So what I'm doing, I've never done this before. I'm just saying I never really, sold books or anything. So it's my first time. Getting a book. Thanks to you guys, I got bestseller on Amazon, but I just got print copies today. Looks amazing, man. It's so surreal to get this. So what I'm gonna do is sell unsigned copies for $20. I'll figure out a way to sell these, and I'm gonna sell signed copies for $20 as well. So if you want a signature, you can get one, or if you want your book naked without a signature, you can get one. Both for $20 either way. Man, this is so awesome. Wow. This is crazy. Look at that. Part 2. Dang. Yeah, guys. It's real deal. Just went with the orange spine. So, yeah, we got a bunch of these now, so I'll be selling them. I need that Yeah, you got to get it signed. Who wants it not signed? Come on, man. I've signed it. I got to... Oh, I'm ready. Of course, I got an orange marker. You gotta sign it with an orange marker for sure. Signed by Hussein the brand. Orange glasses, orange marker. Yeah. That's what's up. Matt Ryan doesn't know how to move in the pocket. Matt Ryan doesn't know how to football. Imagine Matt Ryan without Julio Jones. My God. Yeah, guys. So, I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on with the book and whatnot. Make sure you guys are on the Facebook group. It's the best community. Look here. Look at me. Look at me. You see that? I don't like Facebook either, okay? You understand? I hate Facebook just like you. But the Facebook group is amazing. It's the best fantasy football community out there, period, man. You guys have to join the Facebook group. People are getting accounts just to join the Facebook group. It is so amazing. I'm so thankful for the Couch fam on there. Yeah, if you guys like Facebook, that's even better. You're already on there. What is a Facebook? A Facebook is like an invention by the Zuck. Marquise Goodwin is a sit. Yeah, so guys, go to Facebook if you haven't already and search Fantasy Couch Fam. That's the name of the group. We're about to hit 1,000 members. It's a private group, but I'll accept you. Yeah, Couch Fam is the best, man. What's up, Gabriel, in the building? So yeah, Goodwin, I would say, is more of a sit. I don't know if you saw this. I don't know if you just joined, Gabriel, whatnot, but the book, we got printed copies. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. You got a bunch of printed copies. It's so insane. Couch Fam. Couch Fam in the building. Yeah. I only have a MySpace. Yeah, it's a funny joke, man. That's a funny joke. What else? Do you guys have any other questions before we sign off? It's only us, man. It's only us. A little campfire we got going on here. A sexy book, of course. Sleeped. Kenny Steele's major sleeper, saying it now. We'll see. We're just talking about it. I don't know. We both kind of like Amendola a little bit. And I really like Mike Gesicki. Mike Gesicki's awesome. I think that's a boomer bust tight end right there. Everyone go get Gesicki. Target Julio. Owners are freaking out. Why? Julio, didn't he get 100 yards? Wait, what? Why are owners... Oh, because Matt Ryan sucks that much? Bring Sarkisian on the show and ask what his problem is. That's a... Yes. Julio Jones. 10 receptions, 169 receiving yards, and 11 rushing yards. So he nearly had 200 yards. Receiving yards, 11 rushing yards. Yeah, 10 catches and a rushing attempt. And that one catch he almost got at the sideline, which a lot of people are saying that was a catch. Yeah, that was, I mean, when you see the replay, that was probably a catch, dude. That looked like a catch to me. Yeah, that was crazy. Should have called it a catch, man. He got 29 points in my league, full PPR. Yeah, he got 29 points. That's what I'm looking at, 29 fantasy points. That's better than last year. Shoot. Didn't even get a touchdown. So, all right, guys, join the Facebook group. I'm going to be selling this book. It's going to be $20 for, if you don't want a signature, it's going to be only $20. And if you want a signature, it's going to be only $20. I'll figure out a way to sell this. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm new to this, so I'll figure out a way to package this. It's wow. It just, I don't know. I'm just really happy I got them. They look awesome. Oh, you had to face Julio Ajayi. That sucks, man. Yeah, Facebook group is Fantasy Couch Fam. Follow me on all social media if you guys want. If not, I still love you, man. And subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the main channel. If you're subscribed to this, you're subscribed to that. So we got main channel on YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe to that, Fantasy Couch. This channel is Fantasy Couch Podcast. Subscribe to both as well. But if you only like listening and you don't want to do the YouTubes, that's cool too. This podcast is on iTunes. This podcast is on Stitcher. It's on Google Play Music, so you can subscribe to the podcast there as well. Oh, somebody faced Calvin Ridley. That's good. Only $20, guys. All right, I'm Hussein the Brain for Mario. His phone died, so hey, what can you do? All right, guys. Peace out.